Hi, and welcome to episode 4 of Ask Marcus, where I answer your questions using my framework of kindness, patience, positivity, all in a means of bettering our mental health, physical fitness, and spiritual awareness. If you want your questions answered, don't hesitate to reach out to me in Instagram DM or send me an email. All right, let's get started. What's the first question?
How do you manage anger and stay calm?
I manage my anger by recognizing that anger is an emotion, and that emotion is very real, and I have to accept that it's real. I have to accept that it's coming from somewhere that is rooted in passion. So if I'm feeling angry, it means I'm passionate about something and I'm seeing something that I probably don't like. But what that anger does to me and where it sends me is my choice. So I'm going to make sure that my choices don't reflect my anger. So a lot of times anger leads to violence because people let go of their choice, right? They let go of the action and they start to react. Whereas I think it's really important to maintain control over your anger. You accept that you have that anger, but then you make a choice to control your actions so that you steer that anger in a direction that will foster growth. The other side to this question is maintain calm. So it's one thing to control and assess your anger. It's another thing to actually maintain the calm and keep your stress levels down. And that takes a lot of practice. That's where meditation and practicing mental control really comes in handy. It's not easy to maintain calm if your heartbeat starts getting elevated, and your heartbeat's likely to get elevated if you get too agitated. So how do you keep yourself from getting agitated? Well, you start getting in control of your own emotion, and you don't cut your emotion off, but you start to say, hey, I'm a very passionate person, but I know what that passion has been leading me to do. I'm going to make a different choice, and I'm going to have that passion lead to something constructive. But again, that takes practice and awareness. Let's hear the next question.
How do you pocket stress and use breathing to do so?
So first thing I want to say is many of us are pocketing stress and we don't mean to. So just by the nature of that question, it can be somewhat misleading, okay? So I don't think it's wise for us to pocket stress. As if we pocket the stress, that means I'm taking it, holding on to it, and putting it somewhere. And a lot of us pocket it in our shoulders and in our back and in various places in our body. So instead of saying we're going to pocket the stress, I think we want to say we're going to confront, manage, and mitigate the stress, right? So that's not pocketing it in any one place. That is, we are assessing it, folding it, putting it in a place so that it is cataloged and filed, right? So let's say we're going to file our stresses, not pocket them, because the idea of pocketing them and putting them in somewhere and then holding on to it can get really dangerous. But filing it means that I'm going to keep track of it. I know where it's coming from. Okay. So just addressing that wording, right, and making sure we're thinking of those concepts. How do we file our stress and use breathing to help us do it? Well, breathing is an essential part of being and helping someone's being grow and helping you find peace. Helping you file the stress and sort through it is much easier the more that you breathe. So one of the things that we can see a correlation, think about how many times someone is getting upset or feeling some sort of stress and they begin to hyperventilate. So all of a sudden they're feeling this stress and now and they just can't get the air. And you hear someone come over in a calm voice, you've got to calm down. You've got to breathe in And they say that because breathing is allowing the circulation of the body to take its natural course. By controlling your breathing and controlling the oxygen that you're bringing into your body, you're really expanding your ability to concentrate, and you're expanding your ability to visualize. So a lot of times we get locked down, and the stress comes in pockets as it's pulling us down into this narrow zone of thinking, and we become narrow-minded, we become stuck in the stress. But the more we stop and breathe, the more we allow ourselves to expand our awareness, we become bigger than the stress, and we can manage it, thereby allowing us to file it in its order. You think about how often we see a problem and we turn it into the mountain out of molehill. We turn this small problem that is no bigger than a molehill, we turn it into a mountain. And a lot of times that's because we've become tunnel vision, right? We've become caught by what's happening right in front of us. But when we stop and we step back, we take that breath, we gain that awareness, we can see how big this is in relative nature to the things around it, thereby making it easier to file in the category it truly belongs. All right, what's the next question?
Your skin looks so healthy. What's your skin routine?
Oh, thank you so much. My skin routine is eating very well, managing my stress, and drinking lots of water. So I make sure that I eat salmon and sweet potatoes and the things that are really good for your skin. Avocado, kale, there's a whole lot of things out there that are really good for the pigment in your skin and for the elasticity of your skin. So lemons and almonds, things of that nature are really good for you. I make sure to incorporate those into my diet daily and weekly. After that, I make sure that I'm going through my day very conscious of my stress level and trying not to put the stress inside my body or house it. I try really hard to make sure I'm putting the stress where it belongs so that it's turning into fuel to help me achieve my goals. And then on the other side of that, I'm drinking water all day. I drink probably 3 parts water to any part of sugar that I might drink. So if I have any pop or soda, I will have had 3 or 4 times as much water in that day. And the same is to be said about literally anything sugary that I drink. So breathing helps my skin by keeping my skin oxygenated. So the body works off of oxygen, and by breathing, I'm helping to reduce my stress levels and keep my skin filled with air. Thank you for joining us for episode 4 of Ask Marcus. If you want your questions answered, don't hesitate to send me an email or an Instagram DM. And don't forget to follow me on the other social medias. I have a TikTok and a Twitter at Garden Marcus, and my Instagram is Garden_Marcus. Again, thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you have a beautiful day.